that called? The little rim on it?
A derby?
Yeah, see that guy?
Did a derby on?
So I had a question for you.
Yeah, I don't know why, but go ahead.
I want to know what your honest take on chemtrails is. Like, I've seen a ton of stuff out there.
Right.
I mean, I'll tell you my opinion too, but I want to know what you think.
What do I honestly think about chemtrails? Okay. I'm not the be-all, end-all on chemtrails.
Neither am I.
But, alright, pass me Peterbilt. I think there's a lot of hype. I do think that there are chemtrails. I mean, we know that, like, there's been cloud seeding. We know that the government, man, has experimented with stuff like this, and is still doing it. But I don't know. I think a lot of conspiracy theorists have just
overplayed.
Yeah, have taken some facts and extrapolated those into this big worldwide, targeted mission of dumbing the people down by spraying aluminum oxide into our lungs. And I don't know. I really don't know.
So my take on it is similar.
Okay.
First, my basis on this is that the government is too incompetent, after being in it for almost 25, 30 years,
right?
Too incompetent to pull off some plan like that. Do I think they're trying to manipulate weather?
Yep.
Yes. Is it for nefarious purposes? I don't think so. I think it's to... Somebody once said, and I don't remember who this quote is from, is I fear somebody with the best intentions more than I fear an idiot.
Yeah.
Because, whenever you've had something happen, how many times does a person come back here and like, oh, I was just trying to help.
Right.
Right? I didn't mean to.
Yeah.
I was trying to make things...
Yep.
Someone with the best intentions causes the most harm. I think something like this falls in that bucket of good intentions to try to help the environment, but it's got consequences to it.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of where I land.
So we know that cloud seeding is a thing.
Mm-hmm.
We know that, they do it in Arab nations, they do it in China, they do it in India, Southeast Asia, they do it in the United States. Cloud seeding is a real thing. If you need to start forming some clouds, okay, get up there, spray some stuff, and, seed some clouds, and maybe you can get some rain to happen. So, squid line one. Alright.
Back.
So, we know that cloud seeding is a real thing, right? And, yeah, do I want to be inhaling aluminum oxide? No, I don't. I don't want to do that. Or ionized silver. Or
whatever it is.
Whatever it is, right? But I think, is it possible that there are nefarious intentions? I would say in the micro, yes, but on the macro, no, because, like we were talking about this earlier, yes, the incompetency of the federal government on a grand scale is massive, but it creates a plausible deniability environment for small groups of highly motivated individuals. That being said, I don't think there's a global conspiracy to poison people. I just don't feel that,
I don't either. It would be epic for that to be pulled off.
To what end? Que bono? And there's a lot of conspiracy theories about where the elites wipe the regular man off the face of the earth.
Which I find a little...
Why?
Who's going to do the work? They want you enslaved in the jobs you're enslaved in.
Right.
Because that's what's keeping them elite.
Exactly.
And if you weren't there,
who's going to spin the hamster wheel if there's no hamsters?
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I don't get is that of the logic doesn't quite work out for me.
Right.
And I'm not saying like
unequivocally that it's not.
Right. I'm not saying, you know, everybody who thinks that way is an idiot. Inform me, teach me, you know, let me know. But I don't.
It's hard for me to take the steps to get to that conclusion.
Right. The only way that I can get there is if I think about what we experience right now is the abundance of resources drastically changes. I mean, drastically changes. And we know, at least we have enough information to know if we want to, you know, grand solar minimum, minor minimum, there's really good evidence that we're going to go into a mini ice age somewhere in the near future. Define near, I don't know, 3 months, 3 decades, I don't know. But, you know, okay, if that happens, you know, we know there's worldwide crop failure right now. We know that. That's a fact. That's happening. You were just saying futures on all crops are up, right?
They're all forecasted to go up end of March.
Right.
So food prices are increasing.
So hypothetically, like somebody could talk me into the whole, there's not going to be enough to sustain life as we know it on the planet. Okay, you can get me there. But I don't know if the most expedient way to deal with that is to poison the world's population with little tiny particles sprayed from planes up in the upper atmosphere. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I think the problem with conspiracies is that if you're into conspiracies, everything's a conspiracy, and it dumbs down the instances of true conspiracy. You know what I mean? Like, I'm more than willing to believe that what's-his-face did not shoot JFK alone. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you can get me there real easy, and we can have that conversation, and there's lots of ways that can play out, where it was not just Lee Harvey Oswald that was involved in that, if he was at all. Cool. But the whole, like, you know, it's the global elites, man. You know, it's the Council on Foreign Relations. You know, the Illuminati. They're out there having sex with making demon babies. Like, all right, dude, chill. Like, you need to chill.
Right.
So, that's kind of my take on chemtrails. Is, are they real? Yeah. And I think a lot of times, you know, vapor trails, contrails are mistaken for chemtrails, and not all the time. I'm not saying all contrails are chemtrails or all chemtrails are contrails.
Right.
But I think a lot of people mistake contrails for chemtrails. And I mean, I do know that there are people who are in known chemtrail areas that have adverse health effects.
Mm-hmm.
I know that's happening, right? Just like I know that there are beef cattle under high tension power lines that will get cancerous tumors. You know, they don't tell you this, but in the power industry, I'm not allowed to work around an energized line for more than 6 weeks because I will get cancer. It's just a fact. So there's drop off. The closer you are to the line, the more danger you're in. The farther you get away, the more severely that danger decreases. There's drop off, but I mean, it's a fact. That substation right there, you don't want to live next to that substation. I don't want to eat food that grew underneath that substation. So same.
Probably why there's an apartment next to it.
Exactly. Perfect. Prime real estate. It's developed right here. But so, you know, just like I know that there's people who live in areas that get lots of chemtrails are having legitimate health concerns. I don't want to take that away from anybody. That sucks. But I don't think it's a global conspiracy to wipe off, you know, to deplete mankind with, you know, chemical poisoning. Does that make sense?
No, it does.
You know?
It goes back to, like, somebody with their best intentions.
Right.
Of trying to do something good, ending up doing something terrible.
Right. We're going to save the planet. It's like, you know, that's poison you're spraying, right? Oh, crap. Okay, we're going to save the planet a different way. Like, look at, like, DDT, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, this stuff's great. Oh, crap, this stuff is not great. Okay. Well, what about Roundup? We'll make all the plants Roundup ready. Oh, bad idea. You know. So.
All right.
Yeah, that's what I think. I think it's, you know, human experimentation, not experimenting with humans or on humans. It's humans engaged in experimentation. So.
That was good.
Yeah, I do think demon star babies are real though.